There's Larry's van right there from Action Van Suspension. My van on a Weldtec. And then here's the Action Van. He has the pivoting radius arm right there. The Weldtec is cool, but I don't like how the radius arm is just a bushing instead of a pivot. Here's my upload from yesterday. Weldtec Econoline 5-inch lift kit too expensive. Check out the more affordable Action Van suspension. I get a lot of messages on Instagram and comments on YouTube from you guys telling me that you didn't even know about Action Van suspension. All you see is a Weldtec pop up in the search results here on YouTube. So I wanted to make a video comparing the prices. And this is a follow-up to that video because here's a good comment right here. Don't forget about the extra $500 that Weldtec charges for the core. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the core fees from both companies. This is my friend Unisol Battle Van. Give him a follow on Instagram. He also inspired me to make this video. Perfect timing on his message. He messaged me today telling me that he's going with the Action Van Ultimate Suspension. He's in Washington. So I'm going to go ahead and also talk about the Ultimate Suspension pricing. This guy's totally taking his van apart. He told me he wants to learn the ins and outs of this van, and he enjoys learning how things work. Here's his van when he got it, and check it out now. This thing's gonna look so good when he gets the Action Van lift on it. That's a nice bumper. Move bumper. I don't know too many people with the move bumper, but I know you're supposed to weld it yourself. I believe you could bolt it together. It's like a Lego set bumper for these vans. Can't wait to see how this van looks when he's done with it with the lift kit. So let's go ahead and talk about Action Van versus Weldtec pricing a little more in depth. So their base kit is the performance suspension system, and their top of the line kit is the ultimate suspension. This is what Unisol Battle Van wants to go with. So let's take a quick look at the picture. The first clip I played was comparing the radius arms of the Action Van and Weldtec. Larry from Action Van Suspension, he's running the radius arm with a pivot. Their base kit has a bushing like stock, and it's modified so that your suspension geometry is on point, tracks straight, rides well. And then here's their ultimate kit right here. So it has everything that the base kit has, but the custom radius arm with the pivot. Larry's running the 2010 Ford radius arm on his. So this is their custom radius arm. No core charge if you go with the ultimate kit. So what does core charge mean? What does all of this mean? Here you go. Here's the 2010 radius arm. It has a pivot instead of a bushing. This is what Larry's running. So a $300 upgrade. So when you go to the pricing, their base kit is $20.89. If you want to upgrade to a radius arm with a pivot, it's an additional $300. And then if you want to add a steering stabilizer, they have their own steering stabilizer right there, $129, or a Bilstein for $150. So I recommend you get one of these Fox Shock upgrades. I don't think that's worth the $300. That's my opinion. I've had both the Action Van kit and currently have the Weldtec, and I didn't upgrade to the Fox Shocks when I had the Action Van. My Weldtec has Fox Shocks. Both lift kits will improve the ride of your van about the same. You will be happy with the ride improvements. I don't think Weldtec improves the ride more than Action Van. Maybe if you get the rear leaf pack, but that's another $1,500. Action Van doesn't advertise it, but they also sell a rear leaf pack. So let's take a quick look at the Weldtec kit. So their kit, their 5-inch lift is $3,200. So Action Van, their base kit is 2089 and their top of the line kit is 2900. And then the Action Van comes with a steering stabilizer. So here's the pricing of the Weldtec. I already added everything to the cart. And then I showed in the earlier video, the beginning video. Their radius arm's really nice. Awesome radius arm, but no pivot. I would think that Weldtec would do a pivot since their kit costs so much. I could forgive the lack of pivot on the Action Van base kit because it's 2089, but they still modify the radius arms, like I said, so that your steering geometry or suspension geometry is all correct. So here you go, Weldtec. So this is what this all means. $500 core fee. That's refundable. Basically, they want your stock I-beams because they bend them, so that's why it's $500. And then if you add the steering stabilizer, that's another $230. Subtotal $34.24 plus core charge plus tax. You're at $42.47 with the steering stabilizer, and then you could get your $500 refunded when you return your I-beams. And then it's going to cost money, of course, to ship the I-beams back. Now let's go ahead and look at Action Van pricing. So with Action Van, let's go to pricing up here. All right, so this is how the Action Van pricing works. So you get the 2089 kit. The 175 core charge is because they're modifying the radius arms that you send them. So that's why there's a $175 core fee. So that's going to be returned to you once you send that back. Same with Weldtec, but they have a much more expensive core fee since it is the I-beams that they're modifying. Now with Action Van, if you get the Ultimate suspension kit, there's no core charge. And the reason for no core charge is because you're getting this custom radius arm right here. You could choose to buy this custom radius arm for $700, but that's standard when you go Ultimate kit. And then like I stated earlier, the Ultimate kit also comes with the steering stabilizer, so it's a package deal. So you could mix and match everything. So if you go with their base kit, you could upgrade to a 2010 radius arm. Like I said, this has the pivot. You could add a steering stabilizer if you want. No point in getting this. You might as well just go Ultimate kit. But yeah, if you want to mix and match with the base kit, you could add a couple options to their Fox shocks if you want to. But yeah, you could go as low as $20.89 with the $175 core charge. So cool change, my friend Cool Change Dave. Let me know how much it costs to ship the Action Van suspension kit. I believe he's in Wisconsin, so I asked that because let's go back to my comments for my last video here. I'm rooting for you to get a lift, buddy. Don't care if you get a Weldtec or Action Van. I just want to see your van lifted. Curious if you have an opinion whether or not the steering stabilizer is worth the extra cost. Here's my reply right here. Feel free to pause it. And I stand corrected. Weldtec has a 250 option instead of a 300. So their Bilstein steering stabilizer is 230, and their Fox shock steering stabilizer is 300. And then again, Action Van undercuts that because they also have a Bilstein stabilizer for 150. So $80 cheaper than Weldtec. All right, let's go ahead and look at some more comments here. Appreciate that, buddy. Okay, this is why I asked you, Cool Change, how much did it cost to ship your kit to Wisconsin? Yeah, Cool Change got his Action Van lift kit shipped to him, so hopefully he chimes in the comments how much it cost him to get that kit shipped out to him. $600, $660 to the East Coast. And then I did a quick short. So I took my last video, turned it into a short. I ordered a Weldtec kit 5 weeks ago, still waiting on them to ship it. Cancel your order. Go with Action Van. Call Larry up. My friend Sebastian's Life 91. He called Larry up. Larry asked for his VIN number. Larry put the kit together. Sebastian drove down and picked up the kit. So give Larry a call. See how much Larry's going to charge you. So that's my advice to this guy right here. 5 weeks. So when I got my Weldtec lift kit, I went down to Weldtec. I made an appointment. I had to wait a month before they were ready to install. And then they took like 4 days to install my kit. 10 years ago when I went to Action Van Suspension, made my appointment, they were done in 1 day. So give Larry a call, cancel that Weldtec order. Weldtec is more expensive and I don't think it's the better kit. I think Action Van and Weldtec is a comparable product. So yeah, that's a little talk on core charges. I hope that clears things up on what a core charge is. Basically, Weldtec wants your stock I-beams back so they could bend them and sell them. And then Action Van, they want your stock radius arms so they could modify them for their lift kit. And then again, if you go with Action Van and go with the Ultimate kit, no core charge. No core charge fees because you're getting their custom radius arm right there. So yeah, this is a good deal because when you take Action Van's top of the line kit, $2,900, you're getting a steering stabilizer included. Weldtec, it's about $3,500 with the steering stabilizer, so you're still $600 cheaper than Weldtec. And then if you're getting the kit shipped, you don't have to deal with core charges to ship back to them. You don't have to ship back any parts. What you get is what you get. So if you're out of state like Unisol Battle Van, the Ultimate kit actually makes sense. Can't wait to see this lifted, man. It's gonna look awesome. Well, when you look at the Ultimate kit, like I said, no core charge because you're getting the cool custom radius arm, so you don't have to send anything back. And then for $28.95, you got a steering stabilizer included. And then going back to the Weldtec kit, add a steering stabilizer, and you're at $42.47. Of course, you could get this $500 refunded, but you have 30 days to do it. And how much is it going to cost to send 2 I-beams? So that adds to the cost, initial cost when you purchase it. And of course, this doesn't include shipping. You saw that one comment saying Weldtec charges $600 for the East Coast. So cool change. Let us know what Action Van charges for the shipping costs. But yeah, something to think about for you guys. Now you guys know what a core charge is and all the extra fees. So this is pretty cool. That's a one-time fee. And even if you choose the base kit, such a bargain at $20.89, and then that $175 is refundable. So I hope this video helps you guys out. I'm going to go ahead and just combine this with my last video, a deluxe video on Action Van versus Weldtec prices. Are you thinking about lifting your Econoline? And all that's popping up on the YouTube search results is Weldtec designs. But Weldtec is a little too expensive. You could get your van lifted the same amount of height for $20.89 if you go with Action Van Suspension. 3-inch spacer lift, Action Van Suspension, and Weldtec. So here they are, all next to each other.
We got the Weldtec lift on the Charlie Mobile. We got the Action Van lift on the Apollo Mobile. They're sitting pretty similar in height.
Look, Campos, this is what your van could look like.
Larry says he could lift your van.
All right, go for it, man.
All right, we got Sebastian. We got Larry from Action Van. Sebastian's leading. Larry from Action Van's in the middle, and I'm following. I'll do what Larry just did right over the rock. This side. It's like riding a boat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. You guys get to hear some V10 right now. That's pretty impressive. Oh man. Oh, he ripped up that.
Yeah, I know.
Here we go, watch this. V10. Easy money.
Oh my gosh.
There's my microwave.
I know. Did you break something with that?
Nah, I bounce it around all the time.
That climb. He stopped. Why did
This
he
is
stop?
probably why he wants. He's probably making
He's
videos.
backing up.
Oh, okay.
He went the wrong way. He didn't know he was gonna fall off. I wonder why he didn't want to take it. Oh no,
Oh,
he's gonna.
momentum the thing.
Yeah. He needs
Gonna rip up of it. He's up.
Yeah.
I made easy work of that. I made easy work of that.
Oh yeah.
All right.